Okay, everyone, welcome to Thursday Thoughts. I'm really excited to be here with you guys tonight to go over motivation, all right? Because that's a big one. You know, it's hard to stay motivated all the time, and especially when it comes to our health journey, basically everything in our life. So that is what we're going to touch on tonight is motivation. So I'm going to pull up my presentation here, and hopefully everybody can see that. Emily, can you give me a thumbs up real quick? Can you see it? Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. So first off, let me introduce myself. My name is Laura Sigworth, and I am a certified health coach with Take Shape for Life, soon to be Optavia, which is an optimal health program. And I love to speak on different topics when it comes to health. Different areas of our life to be able to keep moving forward, to keep improving ourselves. And I'm really excited about doing these on Thursday nights, just a quick 30 minutes just to touch on something to be able to help us move forward. And so our first topic is going to be motivation. So when it comes to motivation, let's just think about that for a second. When it comes to our health, when it comes to maybe working on house projects, I just moved into a new house. I know what that's like. It requires motivation to continue to move forward. But we lose it. Life happens and, we're busy. We have a lot going on. A lot of people are living busy lifestyles with work and so forth. And it can be really hard. It can be hard to wake up every morning and just keep on moving and keep on going. And as much as we want to stay motivated, life happens and things can get in the way and things can come up and they can derail us. And there's a lot of things in life that try to derail us and we're off the wagon. And not only do we fall off the wagon, but sometimes it's really hard to get back up. So what I'm going to do tonight is give you some tips on how to continue to be able to move forward. So before we do that, I'll share a little bit about my story. The picture on the left was back in 2011, and back then I was an engineer. I was working 60 hours a week, working long days, and yes, and as you can see, I was very unhealthy. I had unhealthy habits. I'd come home from work and I was exhausted, and I had a 45-minute commute between work and back, and I was exhausted. I'd come home, I'd plop on the couch. I usually was grabbing takeout. I would open up a bottle of wine. That was just my lifestyle. And in that picture, I was only 26 years old, so I wasn't starting life off very well. And that was my first son. So here we are, 2017 now, I'm down 50 pounds and I just took control of my life. But let me tell you, along the way, I definitely had my moments where I did lose motivation. Because look, I have 3 little boys now, 5, 3, and 1, and let's just say life is crazy. It just is, and it is exhausting. And so I definitely have had my bumps along the road where I've lost motivation, whether it's a day, whether it's a week or a month. We all have that. And even as a health coach, I'll be transparent. I have those moments too. So if you're on here and you've been hard on yourself in the past, about possibly falling off your health journey or anything, just know that you're not alone, okay? We're all human and we're all in this together. So when it comes to motivation, this is the most important step to getting motivated and staying motivated is knowing your why. Why are you even doing this? When it comes to getting healthy, what's your reason? A lot of people will say, oh, I want to lose weight, or I just want to look better. But you have to be super clear on your why and why you're wanting to start something like this. Now with 2017, here we are. We're 4 weeks in. A lot of you might have set New Year's resolutions. We all did. And where are you at on that now? I know one of mine was to not be late to anything. And I think I failed within 2 days. So, we all started off with our New Year's resolutions at the beginning of the year. But you know what? It is possible to set those goals and to be able to move forward and to continue to move forward and stay motivated while you're doing it. So, but you have to do this first. Your why has to be crystal clear. And I can help you do that. And this is a list of questions. If you have a pen and paper to write these down real quick, these are a list of questions to ask yourself. Maybe you do want to lose weight or get healthier. Well, be specific. Your goals always have to be super specific. How much do you want to lose? Or maybe there's some of you that are into fitness right now and you want to gain weight. How much? What's that going to look like for you? And then once you achieve your goal, what's your life going to look like once you get there compared to now? How will you feel different physically? Not only physically, but emotionally. When was the last time you had that? So when you look back on your life, when was the last time you felt like top-notch awesome? And why was that so important to you then? And this is a big one too. When getting healthier, obviously you're doing it for yourself first, but if you do get healthy and you do achieve this goal, how's it going to impact your family? How's it going to impact those that are important to you? Because it's not only going to affect you, it's going to affect those people too. Okay, so these are just some questions to be able to ask yourself to help you take aim and make that why crystal clear. Okay. And here's a lot of things I hear from folks when I help them start their health journey is they just want better self-esteem, confidence. They want to be able to look at themselves and smile and feel good about themselves. There's a lot of moms out there, their confidence is gone after having babies, and they want their pre-mommy body back. There's dads out there, there's grandpas out there, a lot of men that I talk to want to get healthier for their kids. They want to be able to be active, because kids always want to run around with their dad. So they want to be active and be healthy for their kids. And there's folks out there that are looking, they don't have that self-confidence in themselves. Maybe they want to get out there and date. They've been single for a long time and they're looking for someone in their life, a loved one, or they don't feel very good with their spouse. They've lost that connection or that confidence with their spouse. And just being healthy for your family, especially those parents out there. I know with 3 little boys, I have to be on my A game to keep up with those little men. So these are just some different ideas and different things that I hear. And probably one of the most important things I hear is the fact that people just want to be healthy. People aren't looking for the quick fix anymore. They want to be healthy. They want to be able to go to their doctor and get a good report. And nobody wants to be on medications. And that is the most important part, that you're healthy from the inside out. And you're able to live a long life. There's so many people out there dying early. And, life is too short for that. Okay. So once you figure this out, what your why is, and that's what I do as a coach. So if you're still struggling with this, or maybe you're not working with a health coach yet, or maybe you are working with me, but you need to do this over again. It's definitely fine to set that or press that reset button. It's okay to do that. I do it every month, honestly. But you need to get this why figured out and get that crystal clear. So that's your first step with motivation. Okay. Reach out to your health coach if you have one. Say, listen, I need to press the reset button and get my why written out better, okay, to move forward with this, or reach out to me, okay? And then once you've got that figured out, then this is when it gets fun, okay? So once you get that figured out, then we're going to make it fun with whatever's going to get you excited. So I have a couple examples to show you. And this is actually one of our clients that we've been working with, and I asked her permission if I could steal her dream board, but we had talked and she was struggling. She was going through some rough times and just not having that motivation, basically. And she made this over the weekend, and it's just incredible because it's fun. It makes her health journey fun. She put her why on there. She's got a picture of her daughters, her reason for getting healthy. She put images on there to get her excited about what she's achieving. She put a countdown on there and a calendar and just had fun with it and said, you know what, I'm going to do this and I know I can do this. And then that's displayed where she can see it every day, all the time. All right. And so I've always suggested doing a dream board. Dream boards are huge because it just gives you something to visually see in your house or in your office or someplace where you are all the time. I actually have in my old bed, we just moved, but in my old bedroom, I have this huge picture that Derek and I actually made together where it has all these images of what we want our future to look like with our kids and our health. And it was always up in my bedroom. And I need to get that. I need to hang that back up again. But it's just incredible to be able to see that. And then what's even better is when you achieve those things and you look back at your dream board, you're like, ha, I did that, or I have that now, And so it makes it really fun. Also, just like a countdown, just like what she did, this is my actual countdown on my refrigerator in my kitchen, okay? So what I did was I put this up there, and that way my husband can see it. I see it all the time, and especially when I'm in the kitchen, okay? Because that's the dangerous spot in our house. So I put it someplace where I can see it all the time, and I have those goals set for myself. And also my kids can see it. So I got my whole family involved in my health journey. That way, like, Derek knows what I'm trying to achieve, and, he's encouraging me, and then the kids. And so every time mommy loses a pound, we all go in the kitchen, and I bust out the red marker and I cross it off, and my boys are cheering me on, and it just makes it exciting. I'm like, oh yeah, mommy lost another one. And so we just make it a big deal. Okay. And then, but not only with pounds lost, okay, we don't need to focus. I mean, that gets me excited personally, but it definitely is not all about the scale. It can be other things, measurements. You could put a countdown like that somewhere visible, for body measurements, and count that down. Another thing I have on my refrigerator is my workout schedule. I'm currently doing this workout, P90X3, and I'm loving it. It's only 30 minutes. It's quick, and it's something that I decided to do at the beginning of the year because this is our health coach's busy time of year. So I've been doing that, and I love it because that's also on my refrigerator. And every time I'm done, I bust out the marker and I cross another box off. And so to me, it shows progress that I'm making. It's very exciting to me. I'm like a little schoolgirl, and I just like to cross it off, and it just makes it fun. Okay, so whatever it is, your pounds, your measurements, your workout, whatever you're working on, make it visible. A lot of people like to use those little tabs in notebooks. You can put it in your bathroom in your mirror. I know I've seen some other coaches, they have marked on like their mirror in their bathroom, like how much pounds they want to lose with a dry erase marker, and marked it off that way in your bathroom so you can see it every morning. There's all kinds of different things that you can be able to do for that, okay? Also, a few other ideas that I have given folks that have really struggled. They've really had a hard time just, sticking to their plan, especially their meal program. And they end up falling off the wagon. A lot of times the majority of people out there, Monday through Friday, they're on their A game. But then once the weekend comes, it's like, I'm just going to stuff my face and it's the weekend. And, they fall off the wagon. And then the guilty Monday comes. And they're down on themselves for doing that. That's also another topic I'm going to present one of these weeks, is staying on track over the weekends, because that's a big one. But so what I've told some of those people that really struggle, and this goes for you guys too, and it's something to think about, is what's called the 10-day rule. And actually one of my trainers had taught me about this. But basically, when you're working on your health Monday through Friday, let's say, and then you fall off on the weekend, what's happening is you're causing more damage to your body by like getting it into a mode to burn fat, and then you fall off, and then you get back in that mode. And what's happening is it's causing exhaustion on your body, where eventually it's just going to give up on itself. I've had people ask me like, man, why is the weight not falling off like it used to? And I'm like, the back and forth, eventually your body just says, you know what? I don't know what you're trying to do to me here, but I'm done. I'm just like, I can't handle it anymore. So what he had mentioned that, the 10-day rule, what that is just hitting your health journey hardcore for 10 days. just 10 days, all in, following your meal program to a T, working out hard to a T, just giving it your all, getting in your water intake. And having that 10-day countdown someplace, whether it's on your refrigerator, like I just showed you, or maybe you could do, I know there's really cool apps that you can use too that are countdowns on your phone. But anyway, just giving it 10 days hard. And then what that does is that allows your body to get into a fat burn. It allows your body to start losing some weight and start shaping itself. And it goes past that 7-day mark. All right. And then what he suggests is on day 11, rest, rest your body from working out, and also have a reward of some sort. Okay. So, if it's for you, I always encourage like non-food rewards, obviously, like treat yourself, go get yourself a new shirt. Ladies, treat yourself to a manicure or a pedicure, or guys, go out for a round of golf, or just treat yourself in some form on day 11. And for others, that maybe you do struggle with food or, sometimes, like I'll admit chips and salsa is like one of my biggest weaknesses. And every now and then I just want some chips and salsa. That's all I want. And so anyway, so on day 11, have one meal. Now, I don't like to call it a cheat meal, but just a reward meal, to treat yourself. And then wake up on day 12. Don't weigh yourself. Just pick back up where you left off and start another 10 days. And crank it out again, and then on the next day 11, weigh yourself. So you're not even weighing yourself, but every 10 days, okay? Just check your progress and see where you're at. So, and it makes it really fun because, anybody can do anything for 10 days straight, okay? That's one way to look at it. If you're really struggling, especially on the weekends, try that. Also, there's a 10-pound rule. So maybe instead of doing 10 days, I know a lot of people just go by like milestones. So like every 10 pounds, they treat themselves with a new prize. A lot of my clients will like write down a countdown. So put like the first 10 pounds, they're going to reward themselves with a manicure. The first 20 pounds, they're going to go on a date. The 30 pounds are going to get a body massage. Boom, boom, boom. So that's another idea. Do it, you could do it by pounds, and then treat yourself each time. Everybody likes prizes. We all do. Just like when we were kids, we liked getting a prize when we did good on our schoolwork and so forth. And we liked getting treats from our parents. And we're all still the same way. We're human, and that's how we function. So, with all of these different ideas, just have a prize and have that concrete, have it written down someplace so you can see it. Don't just have it up here in your head. Okay. And the other one that I do, I like the 4-week countdown. Like tomorrow morning marks my 4 weeks. You guys just saw my P90X3. I just finished the first 4 weeks. So tomorrow I plan to weigh in and take pictures, progress pictures, and take measurements and see where I'm at, and I might reward myself with something this weekend. I'm not sure yet. So, so those are just some different ideas to be able to get yourself excited and keep yourself moving. Because a lot of times what we do is like, we look at the long haul, like, oh, I have to lose 50 pounds. I've only lost 5. Well, that 5 pounds is a good, it's a good progress. But sometimes we look at the long haul, and that can be really defeating for us. And we lose that motivation and that excitement. So that's why I suggest breaking it down into increments, whether it's 4 weeks, whether it's 10 pounds, 10 days, whatever is going to get you to keep moving forward, do that, okay? And this list is fun. I found this list a long time ago. It's just a list of different ideas to keep you motivated too. Keeping a journal for yourself. I know a lot of people out there have Fitbits, so they like to keep that app filled out to see how healthy they're eating versus how active they are. So that's a way to be able to keep excited. Just surrounding yourself with healthy things, whether it's the wallpaper on your computer or the wallpaper on your phone. Put motivating pictures on there. Maybe you have a beach trip coming up this summer. Put the picture of the beach on your computer background, so you're seeing that every day. Like, man, I'm getting healthy, to be able to wear a swimming suit to that and feel good out in the sun and feel good about myself. Or on your phone, on your phone's wallpaper. Put like a motivating quote, something to get you excited. Okay. Also, when it comes to getting in shape, something to remember, it's 80% what you eat. And this says 70-30, but it's really 80-20. And remember that, that's what needs to motivate you, is just eating healthy, following your meal program, and then that exercise is going to keep you. That's like the cherry on top to keep you moving forward, okay? Music. That's a huge one. I love good music and exciting music. So especially on those days where you're like down in the dumps and maybe you didn't have a good week, or maybe you did fall off the wagon, or you're just having a rough day and you're stressed, man, crank that music. And it gets you pumped, it gets you excited. Crank your favorite songs. I know when I was on my health journey and losing my 50 pounds, Lady Gaga was my girl. Man, I would just like crank her on my way to work, and it just got me pumped. It got me excited. And a lot of times now I like to listen to like pumped up remix songs, and that's just, I have a lot of music on in my house and with my kids, and it just keeps the atmosphere fun for you. Okay. So that's another idea. And then, so here's something that I did for myself, okay, whenever I started my health journey. So this picture was me in a swimming suit down in Orlando. And why I wore that swimming suit, I will never know. I had no idea what I was thinking. So, but anyway, so after when I was, starting on my health journey, I was walking through the store and I saw this magazine, okay, when I was checking out. And I mean, Pink is awesome. I mean, she's a great rock star and great music and everything. But, and of course, she looks fantastic in that picture. But I noticed her, but then I noticed more of what was on the side. And it said, rocking her post baby body. And she had lost 55 pounds. And this was right after I had Darian. And I was kind of feeling like that. I was just like, oh, I'm never going to get this baby weight off. And so when I saw that, I was just like, dang, so it is possible. And I know this is just a magazine. I know it's airbrush and everything else, but it just got me excited and made me feel like I can do this. So I bought that magazine. I wish I had a picture of my dream board, but I bought that magazine, brought it home. I ripped off the cover, and that picture is actually in that dream board that I told you guys about. And but I had it on my mirror in my bathroom for a really, really long time. And I just woke up every day, and if I was ever feeling down or, not motivated, I'd walk past my mirror and look at that, be like, boom, I got this. I can keep going. And because I had looked up Pink's stats or whatever, and her healthy weight's similar to mine, and she's my same height. I was like, this is possible. It just gives me something to go for. Will I ever look like that? No, but it just just gives me something to be excited about. So we cranked it, and so as you can see on the left hand side there is a picture of Derek and I on a float trip, and that was life before children. Okay, before we had kids. I remember on that trip, we were down in potato chips like they were going out of style, and I was down in Bud Light beer. And I mean, it was we just had a horrible lifestyle. And then the picture on the right was this past spring in San Diego. And that's after having 3 children. So, I just picked what motivated myself. And it was that dang magazine that I happened to see. It was Lady Gaga's awesome, pumped up music. And I put all those together in a bunch, and I just did what I needed to do to keep myself excited. So between the magazine, between the music, between the countdown on my refrigerator, I use every tool just to keep myself going. And that's what I did. And you know what? And it always changes, and we always have those rough days. Give yourself grace. But I highly suggest, if you don't have something like that laid out for yourself yet, do it, okay? Quit wasting time. What is it, Thursday? You have a weekend coming up. Have that be your project this weekend. It won't take very long. It might take 30 minutes to an hour out of your weekend, but it will make such a huge difference in your journey. And like I said in the beginning, I mean, this can go with anything. It could go with, working on house projects, and stay motivated with that. Do a countdown for that. I mean, you could do it with any aspect in your life, but as a health coach, I like to focus on health and my weight loss and my fitness journey. And You guys can all do the same thing and make it fun. And use your health coach. Share those things. I would love for you guys to message me after you're done making your countdowns and your dream boards, and message me. Take a picture of them and message them to me afterwards, because I would love to see them after we got together tonight. So that's all I have for tonight. Thank you guys for joining me.